Good evening. In this session, I am going to explain the remaining problems from the topic vectors given in previous years of JEE Main. Actually, the remaining problems are numerical type of problems. So, let us go to those PYQs. Read the problem. Two particles are located at equal distances from the origin. Their position vectors are given like this. A bar is given as 2i plus 3nj plus 2k, and B bar is given as minus 2i plus 2j plus 4pk. So, the first condition is they are at equal distances, the lengths of their position vectors are equal. That is, magnitude of A is equal to magnitude of B, implies magnitude of this is 2 square plus 3n whole square plus 2 square is equal to magnitude of this is 2 square plus 2 square plus 4p whole square 16p square. Squaring on both sides, 8 plus 9n square is equal to 8 plus 16p square, implies if you bring this 8 to the other side, it becomes 8 minus 8, 0. 16p square is equal to 9n square, or p is equal to, taking square roots on both sides, 9 by 16 or 3 by 4n. That is just from the first statement. Two points are located at equal distances from the origin. So, the magnitudes of their position vectors are equal. That is, that conclusion is drawn from the first sentence. Coming to the next one. These are, both the vectors are at right angles to each other. If they are at right angles, their dot product must be equal to 0. Implies dot product of these two. 2 into minus 2, minus 4, 3n into 2, plus 6n, 4 2s are 8, p is equal to 0. Implies 6n plus 8p is equal to 4. You are taking that 4 to the other side. 6n, because you are supposed to find n, plus p is 3 by 8 into 3 by 4n is equal to 4. So, here from this it is 6n plus 6n. 6n plus 6n, that is 12n is equal to 4. N is equal to 4 by 12, that is 1 by 3. There n minus n to the power of minus 1 is asked. This is equal to 3. So, the answer is 3 for that problem. So, if the points are at equal distances, magnitudes of their position vectors are equal. If two vectors are mutually perpendicular, their dot product is equal to 0. That is what we have taken. Go to the next one. Resultant of two vectors A and B is perpendicular to A and its magnitude is half that of B. Perpendicular to A, magnitude is half that of B. Angle between A bar and B bar. Look here. This is A bar. We do not know about the direction of B bar, but their resultant is perpendicular to A bar. So, this is the resultant. We know resultant lies between the two vectors. So, definitely B bar will be, resultant is between the two. So, B bar is like this. So, from triangle, if you complete this, this length is equal to the magnitude of A. The three vectors are represented by this triangle. Now, it is given that magnitude of resultant magnitude is half that of B. This is equal to B by 2. So, if this is alpha, cos alpha is equal to adjacent side. that is R by B. As R is given as half the magnitude of B, so cos alpha is half, alpha is equal to 60 degrees. But you are supposed to find the angle between A bar and B bar. So angle between A bar and B bar, it is equal to 90 plus 60, that is 150 degrees. That is the answer. Okay, 2024. Now, look into the next question. Vector has magnitude same as that of A bar and is parallel to B bar. A bar is 3i plus 4j and B bar is given as 4i plus 3j. So, a vector which has magnitude as A. Magnitude of A means it is modulus of A and it is parallel to B bar. So, how do we find this? See, what is the concept we are using? So, the x and y components of this vector. So, component of vector, a vector has magnitude of A, so its magnitude is equal to magnitude of A and parallel to B, meaning B cap. This is the vector, say some P bar. So, you are supposed to find this vector. What is magnitude of A? Square root of 3 square plus 4 square. What is unit vector of B bar? B bar by modulus of B, meaning 4i plus 3j by modulus of 4 square plus 3 square. This is 5, gets cancelled. So, the vector which has the magnitude of A parallel to B is 4i plus 3j. That is the vector. Now, x and y are the components of this vector in the first quadrant are x and 3 respectively. What is x? So, x component is 4, y component is 3. You are supposed to find this 4. The component x and y components of this vector are x and 3. X component is not given, y component is given as 3. So, x component is 4. That is what you need to find. Answer is 4 for that problem. Okay? Now, look here. P bar is given, Q bar is given, unit vector in the direction of P bar plus cross Q bar. So, unit vector of P bar cross Q bar is P bar cross Q bar by modulus of P bar cross Q bar. That is a vector, unit vector in the direction of P cross Q. So, P cross Q by modulus of P cross Q is a unit vector of P cross Q. So, here the challenge is we need to find out the cross product. So, here P bar is given as 3i plus root 3j plus 2k and Q bar is given as 4i plus root 3j plus 2.5k. So, 3i plus root 3j plus 2k, 4i plus root 3j plus 2.5k. So, cross product P bar cross Q bar is the determinant I, j, k, 3, root 3, 2, 4, root 3, 2.5. You need to find out the determinant of that. Okay. So, this is I bar into root 3 into 2.5. 2.5 root 3 minus 2 into root 3 minus j bar into 3 2.5s are 7.5 minus 2 into 4 8 plus k bar into 3 root 3 minus 4 root 3. So the cross product is 2.5 minus 2, 0.5. So 0.5 root 3 I bar, right? 7.5 minus 8, minus 0.5, minus of minus becomes plus 0.5 J bar. 3 root 3 minus 4 root 3, it is minus root 3 K bar. That is the cross product of the two vectors. So here it is given as root 3. So let us take that 0.5 as the common factor outside. So root 3 I plus j minus 0.5, you have to multiply and they divide, it becomes 2 root 3 k. Right. So this 0.5 can be written as 1 by 2. Just look into this. A unit vector unit vector of p bar cross q bar is this divided by the magnitude of that. So here it is 1 by x. What is the magnitude of this vector? So square root of, look here. So actually this is the vector half root 3 I plus j minus 2 root 3 k. This divided by the magnitude of this vector, half root of 3 plus 1 plus 4 3s are 12. So half and half gets cancelled. This is a root 3 I plus j minus 2 root 3 k divided by root 16. Root 16 is nothing but 4. So in place of 1 by x, you have 1 by 4, or in place of x, you have 4. The answer is 4 for that problem. So p bar cross q bar is found and it is equal to this much, half into 3i plus j minus 2 root 3 k. Its unit vector is, you have to divide that with its magnitude. So if you divide this with the magnitude, we got it as 3i plus j minus 2 root 3 k by 4. So in place of x you have 4. So the value of x is equal to 4 in that problem. Okay. Now let's look into this. Look here. So ai plus bj plus k both are perpendicular to each other. So when these two are perpendicular, ai plus bj plus k and 2i minus 3j plus 4k are perpendicular, implies their dot product is 0. That is 2a minus 3b plus 4 is equal to 0, or 2a minus 3b is equal to minus 4. That is the first equation. Next is given as 3a plus 2b is given as 7. Okay, the ratio of a to b is x by 2. To find the ratio, divide these two equations. If you divide these two equations, what do we get? Look, 1 divided by 2. Applying cross multiplication, 14a minus 21b is equal to minus 12a minus 8b. So 14 plus 12, 26a is equal to 21 minus 8, 13b. So you are supposed to find the ratio of a and b. A by b is equal to 13 by 26, that is 1 by 2. It is given as x by 2, implies x is equal to 1. It is 1 by 2, but it is given as x by 2, hence x is equal to 1. That is the answer. Okay? Now, move on to the next question. A is given, B is given, magnitude of component of A along the vector B bar. See, the formula for component of A bar along B bar is equal to A bar dot B bar by modulus of B. That is the scalar component of A bar along B bar. So, here A dot B is equal to 2 into 1, 3 into 2, minus 1 into 2 divided by modulus of this is 1 plus 4 plus 4. It is 6 by 9, 6 by 3, or it is equal to 2. So, the magnitude of component of A bar along B bar is simply it is equal to 2. Let us go to question number 23. P cross Q is Q cross P, angle between P and Q. See here, P bar cross Q bar is equal to Q bar cross P bar, implies P bar cross Q bar minus Q bar cross P bar is equal to 0, or P cross Q from as a vector product does not obey commutative law, Q cross P is equal to P cross Q, minus P cross Q, minus of minus becomes plus, P cross Q is equal to 0, implies 2P cross Q is equal to 0, or 2PQ sin theta is equal to 0, or theta is equal to 90 degrees. So, not 90 degrees, sin theta is 0, implies theta is equal to 0 degrees or 180 degrees. But here it is clearly mentioned theta is greater than 0. So, this option is eliminated. So, the correct answer for that problem is 180 degrees. That is the answer given. And the last problem. Look here. The sum of the two forces is R such that R is equal to P. The angle, the resultant 2P and Q make with Q. So, anyway, the sum of the two forces is R such that R is equal to P. So, P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta is the sum of these two forces, is R such that R is equal to P. This is equal to P. So, squaring on both sides, P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta is equal to P square. If you bring that to the other side, P square minus P square becomes 0. So, 2PQ cos theta, taking these two to this side, P square minus P square is 0, you are left with minus Q square. So, cos theta is equal to minus Q square by 2PQ, or cos theta is equal to minus Q by 2P. That is the inference from the first statement. Now, find the angle theta such that the resultant 2P and Q will make with Q. So, what is the sum of the two forces is R such that R is equal to P. The angle, you need to find some other angle such that the resultant of 2P and Q. So, the resultant of 2P and Q will make with Q is alpha is equal to tan inverse 2P, angle between P and Q is taken as theta, say 2P sin theta by P plus Q plus 2P cos theta. So, alpha is equal to tan inverse 2p sin theta by q plus 2p, cos theta is minus q by 2p. So, denominator becomes equal to 0 and it becomes infinity. So, alpha is equal to 90 degrees. So, the angle that the resultant of 2p and q will make with q is 90 degrees. That is the answer for that problem. So, with this problem, all the questions based on vectors is finished. So, in tomorrow's class, I am going to explain you problems based on projectile given in PYQs. Thank you and bye-bye. Okay, thank you.